I know it's been a little minute since I've been on the tube live, but listen, let me tell you, okay? It's been a hell of a journey. I done moved out the States, done moved to Mexico, been traveling to Costa Rica, been just traveling the world. But a lot of people been asking me, like, yo, why did you leave America? What made you move to Mexico? And like, yo, how is Nomad living? Right? So I normally have been going live on Instagram. I've been active on Instagram, but I figured like I haven't really been spending as much time with my YouTube family. And I know it's probably late right now because the time difference is a little bit off from certain places in America. Not too much. But I did want to just have a little conversation with you guys and let you guys know like what's been going on with me, why I really haven't been posting on YouTube like that, and some other things along the line, right? So, first off, I just want to say that I am alive, I am living, and I am well, right? And the reason why I say that I am living is because just because you are alive doesn't mean that you're living. You can just be existing. And for those who may not know, I'm from New York, Brooklyn, New York, to be specific. And people that are from New York know that New York is very expensive. It's very expensive. And when you travel the world and you start to realize that other people have a better quality of living and they don't spend as much money and they seem more happy, it starts to make you analyze like your own life, right? And so I started asking myself, I'm like, yo, I work remotely. I'm not married. I don't have any children. I'm young. Why am I tied to this place? Like, why am I not traveling as much as I want to? I could be living anywhere in the world if I want. So why am I in New York knowing that the price is ridiculous? Okay, you guys, I'm gonna share something with you guys. I was literally paying over $3,000 in rent for my apartment in New York. And I realized like, yo, I'm in Mexico right now and I am paying significantly less, okay? Less than $700 a month, and that's including utilities. I got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a balcony, security downstairs, private condo. It's dope in Mexico. I'm telling you, your money can go far here. The food is amazing. The people are nice. Let me tell you, nomad life is where it's at. There was they call it the Great Resignation, where after the pandemic, so many people quit their jobs because they realized that, you know what, I don't have to be in the office and check in and clock in every day in order to get paid. I can work from home. I can get paid being home or just take my laptop anywhere I go and I can get paid. So more people started to learn about remote work and learn about how to generate their own income. More people started to study and say, how is it that I can work from home, be able to be with my babies or be able to be with my family, have time for myself, have time for travel, and still be able to acquire some income? So nomad life, I'm telling you, traveling will change your life. It will change your perspective on life. It will open up your eyes to the possibilities that surround you. It will open your eyes to different cultures, different languages, different lifestyles, just everything. And honestly, I feel like the best school is traveling. Like certain things in books, certain things in school, they will not teach you. But when you travel the world and you meet different people, it opens your eyes to so many different things. And it makes you realize like, yo, my whole entire life, I've been living in a box. And the crazy thing is, in America, they always talk about how Mexico is so dangerous, right? Like, let me tell you, every time that I travel, my friends, my family, people that I don't even know like that, first thing that they start saying is they start projecting fear. People are afraid to travel. Why is that? Because the first thing people say when you say, oh, I'm about to go to Mexico, I'm about to go to this place that's outside the country, they put fear in you and they say, oh, you ain't seen that movie Taken? What if something happens to you? Oh, don't they got the mafia or the cartel out there? Yo, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Like, Brooklyn is crazy. Before gentrification and all of that, back in the 90s, Brooklyn was a wild place to be. And they say that if you grow up in an inner city, if you grow up in New York, if you grow up in any place that's considered rough, you can make it anywhere. I kid you not. I feel more safe in Mexico than I do in the US. Okay? And I'm not saying that racism, discrimination, and stuff like that don't exist here, because it does. But it's more likely that I've seen more systematic racism, discrimination, hate, and all of that in New York, right? I walk at night in Mexico by myself and I feel safe. I keep my protection with me, don't get me wrong. Like, I always keep my protection. Sphinx, you got all this hair on me. And plus, I miss my baby Sphinx. So a lot of people have been asking, like, yo, I'm about to spill some tea, okay? One of the things that I learned about New York is that New York, honestly, sometimes America is overrated. And when a lot of people from other countries, they think that America is this really great place. And I'm not sure if I'm saying this because I'm from there and like I've lived there most of my life, but I'm here to tell people that's afraid to travel or think that the world is dangerous. Like, yo, America, I think that America systematically programs people to fear leaving the country because they know that once you leave and you realize that the world is a better place outside of it, you will never come back. Once you realize that, yo, the grass is really greener on the other side, you're not going to want to come back there. Now imagine if more people traveled and they realized that the quality of living is better in other places besides America. America will not have any citizens. They will not have any workers. So I'm telling you this because, yes, there's danger everywhere that you go, but you got to have street smarts. Like if you out here being stupid, then of course you're going to get got. But if you got street smarts, you got common sense, and you pay attention to signs, like obviously, if you see something sketchy going on, like don't be nosy, don't stick around, like move. You feel me? Like the key to nomad life, honestly, I tell people, yo, first thing you want to do is find a way to make income that doesn't require you to clock in and clock out of a place. If you already work remotely, you're already on your way to being a nomad, traveling where you want. Right now, I'm in Mexico, but I might end up moving somewhere else. Like, I don't have a specific place where I can say, all right, this is where I want to buy a house and settle down. Like, honestly, I'm in a space in my life right now where I'm enjoying my freedom. We've been, as women, we've been conditioned to feel like, you know, we've been taught since we were babies. Well, I can't speak for every woman, but based on my culture, women were taught since they were young, like, okay, the goal of life is to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, find a man, find a husband, get married, settle down, have kids, and live happily ever after. But I sit back and I watch a lot of people that I grew up with, people that I went to school with, have babies, get married, settle down, but they're not really happy. And a lot of people come to me and they tell me like, yo, you know, I wish I would have waited. I wish I would have enjoyed life or learned myself or explore the world and see what's out there. But they didn't. Why? Because the system in America teaches you that the goal is to reproduce, start a family, settle down, and live eternally in debt. Paying off student loans, paying off debts that I don't even know. But it's based on debt and sickness. You come to any other place, yo, the healthcare system is amazing. It's sad how much you would have to pay just to see a doctor in America versus in Mexico. Son, you'll probably pay less than $50 for a visit. That's including medicine, that's including a consultation, that's including whatever treatment that you get. You try to do that in America, you're going to be having like $5,000, $10,000 worth of debt just to see a doctor, just to go to the ER. Okay? It's sickening. It really opens your eyes. Like, I'm telling you, family, more people are leaving their space and traveling the world. Now, traveling may not be for everybody, but you got to realize that our ancestors were nomads. They were hunters, gatherers. They traveled from place to place, right? Like, I think the reason why a lot of people aren't happy is because they're not where they're supposed to be. Like, you may have been born in a certain country or a certain place, but that doesn't mean that you have to stay there. You have to travel and move around. Like, times have changed. And like I was going off a tangent, but the point that I was making is we've been conditioned as women to think that our only purpose in life is to reproduce and to marry. A lot of women base their value on, you know, if they're married, if they could keep a man, or if they have children. Think about it, right? People, the first thing people ask you is like, oh, are you married? Do you have kids? Or why don't you marry? Where's your husband? Where's your kids at? Ah, da, 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 you know? And I feel like that's offensive because you don't know what people's reproductive system is like. What if this person can't have a child? What if this person been trying to have babies and they keep having miscarriages? So stop asking people about their personal business. Mind the business that pays you. Feel me? But more women, and honestly, this is what I think. I think that it's not the end of life if you're not married, you don't have kids. Like, that is the point. Maybe you're not designed to do that right now. You need to find yourself. You need to travel the world. You need to see what's out there, date different people, see who's for you, and then you can decide to settle down. Because the last thing you want to do is settle down with somebody that you're not happy with, end up getting a divorce, the children are depressed, it breaks up the family, and it just creates this generational toxic cycle. That's why in America, divorce is what? How much percent? Over 60-something%? I can't keep up with the statistics. But a lot of people are getting divorced. And we have to look closely at that. Why is that? Because people just get married and have kids because they feel like that's the thing to do. Marriage and children isn't for everybody. And honestly, it took me some time to process that because I was going through something at one point in time where I was like really going through a depression because I'm like, yo, I'm successful, I'm pretty, I'm smart. Like, why aren't I married? Why don't I have kids yet? Like, you know. And the crazy part is, I met someone who was a potential candidate to be a husband, right? Like, we were both looking for the same things. We both wanted to settle down. Everything seemed cool. But then I realized I was bored. I was like, yo, I thought this is what I wanted. I thought stability and settling down and being boring is what I wanted. But then I realized, like, once I had that thing, and this person that I manifested on paper, because, like, yo, I was manifesting this particular individual. You know, I wrote down all of the qualities that I wanted. Person came into my life. Things were going well. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm not happy here because I realized that what I really wanted, what I wanted versus what I thought I wanted was two different things. And the reason why I'm sharing this intimate story is because there's a lot of women that's going through or have been through what I've been through. And so I realized, I'm like, yo, this is not working out with this person because I realized that I really want to travel the world. I want to see what's out there. I am a free spirit. And the person that I was with that I manifested sound good on paper, but once in person, it wasn't what I thought it would be. And we were too opposite. Like, this person was afraid to get a passport, you guys. How are you afraid to get a passport? It mind boggles me. But then I realized, I'm like, okay, you know what? No, I need to be with somebody. Like, I realized I will only settle down when I find a mate who is a free spirit like me, who is open-minded like me, and who loves to travel like me. Like, if I could find a mate, a person like that who's just free and open and loves to travel and got a passport, yeah, that's a keeper. And also works remotely. Because that's another thing. Like, when you're an entrepreneur, like, it's really difficult having a relationship with somebody who has a 9-to-5. And I'm not shitting on anybody who got a 9-to-5 because there's people who got a 9-to-5 that makes more than entrepreneurs. I am not shitting on 9-to-5 people. That if that works for you, that works for you. But there tends to be a difference in mentality with dating somebody when you have your own business and you are, you know, flexible and you can travel, like, and they can't. It starts to create some type of tension. And so that's why I told myself, I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't think I could be with somebody who is stuck to one place because I travel so much. And then it won't feel right if I'm like leaving you behind. If I'm taking trips like every month and you just stuck in one spot, you can only take a vacation once or twice a year, I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna get bored. Because you can't travel with me. You can't share these experiences with me. I am a free spirit. I can't be tied down to one place. My Venus is in Gemini, for crying out loud. Like, for those who know astrology, you already know what that means. I'm a free spirit. I got to move around. And if you can't keep up with my speed, you're going to get left behind. Because I move on quickly. You said you got your passport? I'm done. How y'all doing, family? Any nomads in the building? Any nomads? Yo, when I came to Mexico City, I realized, like, it's not that many black people here. So I be stepping up in a room And like all eyes be on me. I'm like, okay, I'm exotic out here. No black women up in here. It's like, okay, I gotta represent them. But in a lot of places you go, like they have black people in certain places like Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Cancun, like more touristy spots. But for whatever reason, black people don't come to Mexico City. So can y'all come to Mexico City? Because we need some more melanin up in here. But who knows where I'm going next, y'all. But I do wanna say, first thing that you wanna do becoming a nomad. I'm probably gonna do a video giving you the steps and guides on how to become a nomad, how I did it. It's very simple, to be honest. If you can secure a remote job or even become like get into freelancing, look on Fiverr, like everything is digital now, and that's what we're moving into, like a digital working system. The traditional working system is falling apart. The old system is falling apart. The old healthcare system is falling apart. Education is falling apart. If you're a teacher, start trying to teach digital classes, Zoom classes, right? Like where you don't have to physically be in a classroom. If you're a healer, right, like see if there's ways where you can like have consultations and stuff like that remotely, and maybe once in a while do certain trips or getaways where you like have meetups and stuff like that with people. But honestly, freedom is everything. Book a trip. You know, if you're, and oh, another thing, let me tell you something. If you waiting for your friends to take that trip with you, you wasting your life and you wasting your time. That's probably one of the worst things I've ever done when I was younger. When I first started traveling when I was 19, I went to Japan. That was my first trip ever. And ever since I left and went to Japan, like it changed my life. I'm like, yo, traveling is my first love. It is my first love, y'all. Like I'm in love with traveling. You don't understand. It does something to me spiritually, mentally, emotionally, even physically. I feel like I transform. So, traveling is life. Where was I going? I was going somewhere with that. Waiting for your friends to travel, it will stop you. Don't wait for your friends to travel. Book that trip by yourself. I've traveled so many places by myself and met new people, made new friends. Honestly, they say that you are more approachable when you're by yourself than when you're with a group of people. So the locals will be more willing to talk to you and take you to the local spots, and you'll meet new people when you're by yourself. So if you're afraid to be by yourself, or if you feel like, oh, if I go out by myself, I'm gonna look weird, like I would say first start by taking yourself out on dates, right? Like go out, eat at a restaurant, go to the movies by yourself, go take yourself places by yourself so you can get comfortable going out by yourself. So that way when you travel by yourself, you won't feel so awkward. And plus, I love traveling solo because when you travel in big groups, it could be mad crazy and hectic. Like, y'all all got to figure out where y'all want to go, who wants to eat where, what time you doing this person's taking too long in the bathroom and they not ready yet, and y'all got plans at this time. When you by yourself, if you want to chill, you could chill. If you feel like going to place, you don't got to decide on a whole group collective. You can just go. Like, that's how I move. When I'm ready, I'm ready. When I want to relax, I relax. Like, it's on my time. So make that trip, book that trip, go by yourself, start off small. You don't have to leave the country by yourself at first. Because I've been to different places by myself. I think the first place I went by myself, because when I was 19, I had went to Japan, but I went like a study abroad program. I went to school in Japan to study the language and the culture. So after that, because I wouldn't count that as traveling by myself because it was with like a group of people. But my first solo trip was when I went to Africa. One time I had a dream. Something told me I need to go to Africa. I need to go there and learn about the Ifa, the voodoo, the magic. And so I just booked the trip spontaneously. I'm going to Africa. My mother was just like, at that point, she started to just understand like, okay, you're a free spirit. I'm worried, but I trust you. Went to Africa by myself, came back in one piece. Even my homegirl from Africa was like, yo, you're bugging. Like, it's dangerous over there. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't let people's fears stop me from doing what I want to do. Stop letting people project their fears onto you, because that's honestly, a lot of people have fears that don't belong to them. Think about it, like fears probably been passed down to you from your parents, from your friends, from your peers, from your teachers, from society, from TV, from media, and these are not even yours. These fears don't belong to you. So really analyze, what is it that's stopping you from taking that next step? What are you afraid of when it comes to travel? What are you afraid of, like, when it comes to being by yourself? What is it? Because you're always with yourself. You are never alone. You are with you all the time. So you should be comfortable in your skin. You should be comfortable with your own energy to go wherever you know. And if you really believe in spirituality and you really believe in ancestors and spirit guides, you know that you're protected. Now, I'm not sitting here saying I need to go out and do dumb stuff because, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? So carry yourself in a certain way where like you're good. Spirits will protect you. My ancestors have been protecting me everywhere that I go. I say my intentions, I say my prayers, I say what I gotta say, and I be like, look, spirit, let me get to my destination safely and return back home safely. Before I ever leave the house, I say that. And I always come back in one piece. Stop waiting for your friends. Book the trip. Y'all been trying to book a trip, going here and there forever. Everybody ain't got their money. You know what's crazy? Everybody's always excited when it's like the time to talk about the trip. Like, they're excited. They got all these ideas. But when it's time to put the money down and really like get ready to go, nobody got it. Oh, I can't. I got to babysit. Why everybody got to babysit? Like, that's the worst excuse you could say. I got to babysit. So then after that, I booked the trip. I went to where I needed to go. And then after they seen the photos, the videos and everything, oh, why you ain't tell me you was going here? Da, 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 da. I'm like, yo, I've been trying to book this trip with y'all for mad long. So I went solo, dolo. And then they got mad. Y'all mad at me for it. I'm supposed to waste my precious time for you? Nah. Ain't happening. Shout out to the family in the building. Thank you for the likes too. Straight up saying me going to Jamaica. Yo, Aisha, son, Jamaica is on my list. Like, I just came from Costa Rica. I did a lot of traveling in 2 weeks. Like, came from Mexico, went to Costa Rica, stayed there for like 10 days at the Black Women's Healing Retreat. I was one of the facilitators there. Had an amazing experience. Came back to New York, went to Atlanta, and then came to Mexico. So my jet lag was crazy. That's why I look a little tired right now. But I know people was like, yo, where you at? Why you haven't been posting on YouTube? I've been traveling. And, my life is not social media. Like, I try to differentiate the two. One of the problems with influencers, and people don't realize this, is like, influencers really be going through a lot mentally and emotionally because of that constant need to be on screen or constant need to post or be active. And, it's not their fault. It's really the algorithms, because if you don't post for a while, the algorithms will really put your channel or your profile like at the bottom. So people be really drained out here and having anxiety and depression because they feel like they always have to show up. I post when I can. I have a life outside of social media, but y'all know I love y'all. So every now and then I'll pop up, let y'all know what's going on. Thank you, VR, for the donation. I appreciate you. So yeah, guys, listen, if you ever come to Mexico City, come through, let me know. I will definitely show you the Brujeria market. If I'm free and I have time, like, I definitely don't mind linking up, hanging out, going to the Brujeria market, doing little excursions and stuff. Because honestly, like, it's lit out here. It is lit out here, okay? But you guys will like it. Mexico is lit, and it's not dangerous. Is the cartel out here? Yes, probably. I haven't seen them. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. I mind my business, and people mind theirs. I feel like as long as you're not in people's business and you're not out here acting a fool, ain't nobody gonna bother you. But you do have to know a little Espanol. I will tell you that. Okay, my Espanol is no bueno. It's not really that good, un poquito, but I know enough to get me around. Oh, Aisha, yeah, she says I fully want to move here with my children. And listen, don't feel like because you married or you have kids that you can't live your life. Like people be feeling trapped in marriages, and you shouldn't feel like that. Like you should really be with somebody who's able to complement your lifestyle. The reason why so many people are depressed or feel stuck in marriages is because they're with somebody who doesn't really complement their energy. Like that's why I said like I thought that I wanted this particular person until like I realized I was bored and we were really different. I can't be with somebody who life is work. Like all you do is work. Like you can't call out, you can't do things because you gotta work. Work, 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 work. And I get it. Like if women, all of these women now are talking about high value men. High value men. Like if you want a high value man, you gotta understand that he's gonna be working a lot. But if he's a man who's high value, and it doesn't always mean like he got a whole bunch of money. Like honestly, I would prefer a guy who's financially stable but also flexible and free. Cause you could be like, be careful what you manifest. And I'm learning that. Like words, you have to be very specific with your manifestations, with your spells. Because if you be like, oh, I want to attract somebody who, is financially stable, blah, 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 like got good money and a high value man. This person may have all of those qualities, but then it's like they can't travel, they can't do nothing, they don't have no freedom, they live at work behind a desk. Like, that's boring. I've been left that life back in 2015. You guys, I have not had a job since 2015. One day I left, I walked out, no 2 weeks notice, never came back, and I just been solo dolo working for myself. Was it easy? Hell no. I've struggled. I've struggled, okay? Like there's been some struggle times. Y'all look back on my old YouTube videos, y'all can see I was struggling. Like I was not doing well. I was not looking that well. But then I started to work on myself and really like master my craft and learn myself, travel more and learn about life and really figure this life shit out. And then that's when I started to say, okay, I started to learn that life has a certain rhythm. And if you learn how to dance to the beat of life's rhythm, you will be in sync and in harmony. But some of us don't know how to listen or pay attention to those rhythms. That's why I always tell you guys, like, learn the 7 Kemetic principles, read the Kabbalah, and it teaches you all about this. And I started to apply this knowledge. And that's the issue that I have with some of these spiritual gurus and stuff. It's like they'll spit all of this knowledge stuff, but they not living that life. And you can tell because you could just look at them and be like, you saying this, but you living like that. And I told y'all back in like 2015, 2016, I'm like, yo, a lot of these gurus are going to get exposed. Y'all going to see. And what's been happening? I ain't naming no names, but y'all already know who we talking about. Mad people be getting exposed. Men and women. It's wild out here. People is finessing people, scamming people out here in the name of spirituality. Crazy. I know. Crazy. But any questions you guys about nomad living, any questions that you guys have about traveling, any fears that you have, like talk to me. I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little minute before I go. P-Funk, why you hating on me for? You said bye and don't come back to America. Listen, you could keep America, honey. Because the stuff that's about to happen over there, I don't want to be there. I'm going to watch from afar. It's not that I got beef with America. Like, my ancestors are from there. Like, I'm indigenous. My ancestors are indigenous of, America. So to just say, like, the continent itself is bad, no, it's not. It's the system in North America, the United States, that I don't agree with, right? I'm in Central America right now, but y'all got that. American government got a lot of stuff going on, and the people are starting to see it. Oh yes, excellent question. Infinite Holistic Tarot. So she says, are you using Airbnb to home share? So this is great. So people first ask questions like, okay, If I move to another country, how will I know where will I live and stuff like that? Like I always say, Airbnb, if you guys find good deals though, because some Airbnb hosts be like ODing with the prices. Like I was looking on Airbnb in Mexico City, and some of them was giving like New York prices. And because I'm from New York, I'm like, nah, I'm not leaving New York to come to another country to pay for New York prices. You bugging. No. Honestly, right now, what I said, I'm paying like $660 a month, and that includes utilities. That includes yeah, utilities and pretty much everything. Rent. I'm good. So I would say like get you an Airbnb. They do have the Airbnbs that have extended stays. So you can stay for like a month, 6 months, like as long as you want to, which is cheaper because you get a better deal when you stay for like long-term stays versus just like a day, a week. Like get the long-term stay. So if you're curious about like moving to a country, I would say like probably book a trip, stay there for some time, walk around the city, see what's around. But yeah, Airbnb is where it's at. And it's another one. I can't think of it, but they're like Airbnb, but a little better. If I recall, I'll put it in the description when this video is done. But yeah, I'm Airbnb in it right now. And honestly, what I look like going to, I'm a nomad. Like, I'm not going to buy a brand new apartment and then buy furniture knowing that I'm going to move anytime. Like, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll be like, you know what? I'm tired of seeing all of these same walls. Like, I want to go somewhere else. You know, like that's just me. I'm impulsive and I'm spontaneous. So I'm not going to invest that much energy, time, and money into an apartment. So just get you an Airbnb or you could even rent like furnished apartments. In Mexico, they have like apartments that's already furnished, everything's set up, and you could just like, it's ready to move in. That was an excellent question. You can rent cars. Hold on, I'm reading some of these comments. Oh, I got good questions. Thank you, Selvina. I appreciate you. Share more about the spiritual communities there. Okay, so VR. People here in Mexico, I feel like, are very open with their indigenous spiritual practice. Like they also practice a lot of like African traditional religions here too. Like they are heavy into the Orisha, the Ifa path, what is that called? Candomblé? Oh wait, I think I'm saying it wrong, but Brazilian magic, Santeria. Like they have their own stuff here too. Like I've been learning some Mexican magic because I've been talking to the people in the magical community. Like I feel like if you go to the Botanica, like Mercado Sonora Market, there's a whole bunch of brujas there, and they're not secretive with their practice. Like they're very open. If you ask them like, yo, how do I do this? Or what does this item do? Like they'll sit there, they'll explain to you what it means in Spanish, of course. So either get your Google Translate ready or know a little Espanol. And they'll sit there and they'll show you how to prepare the thing, how to use it, what this magical thing do, what you need. Like they're not secretive about their stuff. They share it. And the thing I love about this, the spirituality in Mexico, they don't overprice you. Like a lot of places, I feel like back home in America, like people be overcharging for spiritual stuff, like $10,000 for a spell. But here in Mexico, you be like, oh, you know what? I want to do a spell for this. They'll probably charge you like 100 pesos, which is probably like $10 to do the work. So that should tell you, like, they do their spirituality to help people. They're not in it for the money, and you can tell. No, my mom is back in New York. That's why I was in New York visiting her. Like, I still go back and see my family. I'm living in Mexico, Shelly. How did you get out of the country if you don't want to get on a plane? Oh, I don't know. Miss BB Saye, are you scared of planes? That's a good question. I mean, I don't know any other way to get to, I mean, I think you could probably drive and go past the border. I think somebody told me they did that. Like they drove from like Cali or something to Mexico. But I don't really like driving. I'd rather planes. Like, I don't like long rides. I get motion sickness sometimes, so planes is the way to go for me. So yes, I'm using Airbnb right now. Yep, Airbnb is the way to go as a nomad. What's the difference between nomad living and gypsy? I don't think there's a difference. I think it's just different names. Like people may say they're nomad, people may say they're an expat, people may say they're a gypsy. I use them interchangeably. Plus, you guys, yo, I gotta put y'all on to science. Now, some of y'all may know about this, some of y'all may not. There's a science called Astro Cartography, right? Uses the science of astrology, and basically you put in your birthday, the time, the location you was born, and it shows you a map of the entire world. And it shows you when you was born where these certain planets were aspect or shining on certain places of the world. The reason why some people can't find love in certain places is because your Venus line is not in that continent or that country or that city. You need to go where that Venus line is intersecting, going into a certain country or a city. People who's not doing well with money, they may probably need to find where Jupiter is and go where that planet is shining down upon. Look up astrocartography, and I'm going to do a video about it and explaining it, why it's important, especially if you're a traveler or a nomad, because astrocartography can really tell you where in the world you need to go to get the certain energy that you need. If you feel like, you know what, I feel stuck in life, I need to be more creative, you may need to see where Neptune is in the astrocartography chart. And it's free to look it up online, just like it's free to look up your natal chart. Astrocartography really paints a picture and shows you. It looks a little confusing at first because you see a whole bunch of lines and stuff, but you can actually like narrow it down to certain countries or certain parts of the world. Like if you live in America, just, look at the map in America and see what planets or what lines are aspecting the country or the city that you're living in. If you have Saturn or Pluto in the place that you're currently residing, that can explain why life may be very hard, or maybe you need to learn some more discipline or challenges there. For me, Pluto is in New York for me. Now, mind you guys, I grew up in New York. Most of my life, I lived there. So whenever I go to New York, I always feel like this heaviness. Like Pluto tends to have like an intense energy. It's all about like, intensity and destruction. And it really just kind of like breaks me down to make me, become a new person again. Like, that's why I feel like New York really, like, for me, it really did destroy the old me and build me up. Like, that's why I'm always changing in New York. Like, it gets me focused, but it's heavy energy. I don't want to be in that all the time. So here in Mexico, I got a lot of Neptune energy. Now, Neptune energy is good for spirituality, magic, creativity, art, music, things like that. If you're an artist or a musician or a painter or a creator, a writer, an entertainer, you would do very well where Neptune is in the placement in your astrocartography chart. Now, I just dropped some gems for y'all now. It's up to you to do the research. After this video, y'all got homework. Y'all know I always give y'all homework. Google astrocartography. Put in your information and then look at it, analyze it. If you don't understand it, it's okay. Still study it, because I'm going to do a video and I'm going to explain to you guys. If you guys want me to do this video, please let me know in the comments, so that way I know how many people are interested in this, and I will definitely post a video soon explaining astrocartography. And I might even do some readings for you guys, right? Free readings on your astrocartography chart. That's if you feel comfortable giving your date of birth and stuff like that. But how do you spell that? I'm going to put it in the description, my love. Astrocartography. Yeah, because a lot of people are living in places that's not serving them. And astrocartography will free you. I'm telling you right now. It will tell you where your soulmate is at. And not only that, but like, you may not have to move to that place. Like, let's say you live in Texas, right? let's say you live in Texas and you check out your Astro Cartography and it tells you that your Venus line runs through, let's say, Egypt, right? You may have to go to Egypt and really figure out, like, find your soulmate, find your friendships. Like, Venus doesn't just deal with, like, romantic love, but friendships and money. Like, money will probably be, like, will build up for you. Success will build for you. Charisma. Like, you might be very popular. You might become famous there. So people might treat you like a celebrity there. And not only that, but just because you may not go there, you might meet somebody that's from Egypt that can possibly be your mate. Change your life. Have that Venusian energy. So just keep that in mind. And when you do the astrocartography, you probably, like, a lot of epiphanies will happen. So you'll be like, oh, so that's why this place keeps drawing me here. Or that's why I feel like when I went to, I don't know, New Orleans, like, I felt like I've been here before. Like, you can also see, like, your past lives, like, where you possibly could have some karmic ties, even some karmic enemies. It's interesting stuff. Thank you, Fixed Eye 77. She put it, astrocartography. She put it in the comments for you guys. Well, in the chat. Yeah, so, but, you know, I don't want to make this, we already 40 minutes in, so I'm going to stop the video now. Thank you so much for the donations, my love. And if you guys have any other questions about travel, about nomad living, about being an expat, like, if you're scared, like, feel free to drop your comments. I will respond. I will answer you, because I really feel like people want to be free, but they don't know where to start. And some people are afraid. So I'm here to help you push those fears aside and take that leap, because I did. Like, it's scary, but once you take the leap, like, after that first step, it becomes so easy. I promise you. I promise you. And it's so worth it, guys. Like, I'm saving so much money living in Mexico. I'm not even stressed or pressed about money, like, at this point. Like, I just want to play and have fun. And I feel like that's how we're really supposed to live. Like, who told us that we have to, like, being an adult has to be boring and routine and monotonous? Like, no. Like, I'm a big-ass kid. Y'all know me. Like, I still play video games. I watch anime. Like, I'm a kid at heart. To the day I die. Travel is life. But I love you, family. I'm going to go. And drop your comments in the comment section, your questions. Don't forget to like. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Until next time, CqN&x signing out. Peace.